Hi, welcome to Channel 23, everybody, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Carlsbad, and would you believe my camera guy and I were driving past a little area here near Albertsons, and there was a bit of a fundraiser going on, so we said, let's find out what's going on, so follow me and let's find out. I can see there's a group of people here, and it looks like a lot of things. Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Okay.
We're with Channel 23. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Belia Cabezuela, the team mom from Lady Titans.
And so, listen, what's going on here today?
We're selling Krispy Kreme donuts for Lady Titans as a fundraiser to buy uniforms and equipment. And anybody that's interested in getting donations, they can come by and give us donations, so buy some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Well, so tell me, how long have you all been here this morning? What time did you get here?
We've been here since 7 o'clock until we run out of donuts.
Oh, that's terrific. So is it, you've got quite a lot of donuts. Let's go and have a look at these donuts. Follow me a second. So you've got quite a lot of donuts to get rid of, yes?
Oh yes, we do quite a little bit right now.
And I presume this little team here, they're not sort of tasting them or having any samples of them?
Oh, they had their samples.
Great. So how's it been going? Because you've been selling them for a couple of hours now. Is it gradually going down?
Yeah, it's going down. We had brought almost 200 to 300 dozens of donuts, chocolate and glaze.
Oh, well. So how often do you do one of these fundraisers?
Well, it depends how many times we want to do it. We did it last year like twice. Maybe we'll do more this year.
Well, just tell the viewers, what do you need to raise every year then for all this equipment and uniforms for these kids?
Well, we really need like $2,000 to $3,000 because it's for tournaments, equipment. Like we said, we have to raise it for the girls.
Well, that's great. Well, look, can we go and see some of your team up here? Is this the actual team that are out there?
Yes, it is. It's the original team.
Well, come on, let's follow me. You take me to where we are. Because we're right on the corner here. It's a busy road, I can see. And presumably this is the team up here, is it?
Yes, it is. It's all my girls.
Great. Well, follow us, folks. Let's see some of these girls. Wow, look at this. Could you introduce me to them?
I sure will.
Hi, folks. How are you? Can you come away from the road a second? Let's get you around here. What a lot of lovely smiling faces. So who have we got here?
They can introduce themselves.
Vicky Arzaga, Jaslyn Leos,
Chanel Lopez,
Haley Rodriguez, Jordan Dobson, Lanai Klug.
Well, what a great team you've got here. So can I ask them some questions?
Yes, you can.
First of all, you got up very early to get here, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So what has it been pretty responsive out there with these people buying these Krispy Kreme donuts? There's a plug for them.
Yes, it's been hard work.
Yeah? So what's this for? Because I understand it's to buy equipment and uniforms and travel and all that. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
So do you think this is a good way of raising money for that, selling donuts?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, you're not going to eat many of them, are you? You're supposed to sell them, is that correct? So what team do you play with?
Lady Titans 12 and under.
So do you know when your next tournament is?
It's coming up at the end of the month. It's
And-
the opening Carlsbad Invitational.
And so are you in the team as well?
No.
You're the mascot. So tell me, mascot, do you have, what do they call it, a cheer? Do you have a cheer?
No.
You don't have a cheer? So do we have a cheer here?
Yes.
Y'all can do it.
Do you want to do it for us? For all those people out there on Channel 23, they'd like to hear your cheer. So look into the camera, and who's going to start it off? Who's going to start the cheer off, folks? Maladro. Maladro? That's terrific. Okay, where's Maladro? Hang on, folks, we got to wait. Maladro, come here. Start us off with this cheer, okay? Come on, because we're running out of time.
Pump it up, pump it up. Feel if you pump it up, feel if you pump it up. Keep it up, keep it up. Keep that Titan spirit up, keep that Titan spirit up. Bottle away, bottle away. Why the other team spirit away? Why the other team spirit away? Throw it away. Throw the other team spirit away.
There you go, folks. You heard it on Channel 23. Now, one thing we always finish with when we're interviewing things on Channel 23 is watch me on 23. Would you say that to all our viewers at home? Yeah? Okay, after 3, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Channel 23.
Well, here we have somebody who's obviously been very generous, a customer that's contributed to this fundraiser. Now, would you like to just introduce yourself to our viewers on Channel 23?
My name is Manuel Chavez, and this is Reno and Ethan, and we came to help support the organization here today.
That's great. So were you just driving by and you said, you know, I want to help out these kids for a fundraiser?
That's correct, sir. We're just driving by.
That's terrific, because I mean, you know,
It takes
it's...
a lot of courage to stand out there with that sign and get people to you know, help out.
Well, I mean, and these are tough days. I mean, there's a lot of people that, you know, have got to be careful where they're putting their money with certain fundraisers today. I mean, everybody's trying to, you know, get money for good things. So, listen, we really appreciate it. Now, are you from Carlsbad?
Yes, sir, I am.
Do you mind telling us where you work?
I work at right now I'm in and out of a job, but I'm a disabled veteran.
Well, we've got to congratulate you, sir. Thank you very much. We, a lot of people really appreciate what you've done for us, and well, good luck, and thanks very much for your generosity, and good luck for the future.
All right, sir.
There you have it, one of our veterans. What a generous man. Thank you, sir. Hi, once again, viewers. Listen, there's another fundraiser we've just come across in Carlsbad, and it seems as though Krispy Kremes are the theme today. So let's go and find out what this one's all about. Hi, how are you, ma'am? Welcome to Channel 23. Would you mind just telling us who you are, your name?
My name is Monica Nodine. I'm here with Word of Life Church. The youth group is holding a fundraiser for our mission trip to Gallup, New Mexico for
Well,
spring break.
that is terrific. Now, I noticed you've got a lot of Krispy Kreme donuts here. Now, what time did you start this fundraiser this morning?
At 10 a.m.
And how's it been going so far?
It's going really well. We have Krispy Kreme donuts for sale, and we also have a free car wash. So we've had a good response so far this morning.
Free car wash. That is terrific. Well, now, who did you say is the organizer? Pastor who?
Pastor Daniel Shirley. He's standing over there by the cars.
Well, it looks a bit cool over there, so maybe I'll go over and see him. So, now, I presume once these were all delivered, they were all intact. Nobody samples any of them?
Well, I hope not.
Well, there's not little bits and pieces out of them.
No, they are intact and ready for sale.
Oh, they look so good as well. My goodness, I may have to buy a box later. So I'm going to go over and see the pastor. And hi, folks. See, everybody recognizes us on Channel 23. Thanks very much. We're going to go and see him right now. Thank you. Come on, folks, let's go. Yeah, it looks great here. I mean, I should have brought my car in here for a wash. Are you Pastor Dan, is it?
Yes.
Pleased to meet you. Guy Lutman with Channel 23. I wondered if you could just tell our viewers what you're doing here today. I understand this is the big part of the fundraiser, the car wash.
Yes, we actually have car wash wars going on. There's another group over at the Canal Street McDonald's that are doing the same thing, and they're competing against one another, but raising funds for our annual spring break mission trip at Word of Life Church. And
where's that going to take them? Is that local or?
it will be to the Navajo Nation in northern New Mexico and Arizona, the Gallup area, and up in that region.
So, is this a yearly type of event?
Yes, we've been doing this for a number of years now. Last year was our first year to go to the Navajo Nation. Previously, we'd gone into Mexico, but this will be our second year into the Navajo Nation up there, and taking about 39 people on this trip. So a lot of fundraising to do here.
Oh, that's great. And where is your church actually located?
We're at 1102 West Mermott, across from the Extreme Fitness gym.
Right.
Yeah.
So, a lot of your students here, are these the students who are actually going on that mission?
Yes, these, and then students and sponsors.
And how long do they actually go for on the mission?
They'll be gone for, they'll be leaving on Sunday afternoon and returning on Friday afternoon, and throughout the spring break week.
That's great. Well, it looks as though you've been pretty successful today. I mean, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of snow, and a lot of people have got dirty cars out there. So obviously this is very successful. Can we go and talk to some of the students? Could you take us over and introduce us?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. Follow us, folks. Wow, look at this lovely, clean car. So obviously they're experts. You obviously give them all the instructions how to wash a car.
Well, I don't. I just showed up to get mine washed. My youth pastor is the one that has given them the instructions.
Right, and obviously they're all going to, wash their parents' cars at home. I mean, they've good training, yeah?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Well, we look as though we've got an expert here. Could you introduce us to this person? Hi, how are you? Pleased to meet you. Ah! How are you?
Good.
How are you, Asia? So, you look as though look at the camera and say, hi, Channel 23.
Hi, Channel 23.
You're on TV. Listen, are you an expert at washing cars then?
Not really.
Not really. Is this the first time you've ever washed a car today?
No.
No? Do your parents make you wash the car at home for pocket money?
No.
That's good. So, but today you've got to, because obviously this is a very, very important task today. This is a fundraiser, correct?
Yes.
So will you be going on this mission, or is that going to be later on when you get a little bit older?
It's going to be me going on it too.
Wow! Is this the first time you've been on one of those missions?
Yes.
Great. Well, God, I think I just got wet there. Somebody just sprayed me. Don't laugh. I've got to go home and have a bath. So who are your friends here?
It's Mark, Ben, James, Chris, Ashley, Sierra Calderon, and...
Great. And of course, they're obviously experts. I mean, look at the way, folks, that he's washing that car. Look at that. I mean, that's unbelievable. And do you know what it costs to wash a car, or is it just a donation?
It's a donation and it's free.
It's a donation and it's free. That's terrific. Have you had a lot of cars here today, do you think?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, who would you think would be best for us to talk to now? He looks as though he's pretty busy. What's his name?
Chris?
Maybe I could go and bother Chris. Thanks very much. Just wave goodbye and say, hello to anybody. Who do you want to say hello to? All your friends at school?
Hi, Sierra.
Hi, Sierra. You heard it on Channel 23. Hey, thanks very much. Now let's go over here and watch this expert. Hi, how are you, sir? Good. You're on television, Channel 23. I'm trying to follow him. Come with me. And it's Chris. Chris, could you just say a few words to our viewers about, your expertise of washing cars? Just look in the camera. Tell us who you are.
All it is just
Look in the camera.
looking at them, just knowing where the dirt spots are.
Yeah.
Just scrubbing them down with this big old thing that I got.
Now, did you have any expert training for this?
No.
No. I mean, would you like to do this for a living?
No. Anybody can do this.
Anybody can do it?
Yes, anybody can do this.
So do you do this at home for your parents?
Sometimes.
Occasionally. And of course, this is a great fundraiser. We've been told this is for raising funds to go on a mission, correct?
Yes.
And are you going to be going on that?
Yes, sir.
Terrific. So the more cars that wash, the more money you earn, and obviously it's a great fundraiser for you. So thanks very much, and I hope you didn't mind us, interfering with what's going on. So we'll go back and watch what you're doing here. So, wow, look at this, folks. Look at that. He dips the brush in there. He's obviously an expert at this now. Look at that. You've seen it on Channel 23. What a great community we've got here. Everybody's contributing to various sponsorships and fundraisers in Carlsbad. And hey, if you're out there driving around, seeing some of these organizations, stop off, help them out, because they need help. See you soon, folks. Well, I cannot bypass somebody that's a potential customer. I mean, look at his vehicle here. It looks as though he's got some dirt on it, but you know what? He's taking advantage of this great car wash. So let's go and say hello to him. How are you, sir? Pleased to meet you. Guy Luckman with Channel 23. Would you mind just introducing yourself?
Carlos Carrasco.
Hey, and so you were driving by and you thought, I'm going to take advantage of this, correct?
Yes, take advantage of this car wash and give a donation to a good cause.
That's terrific. Well, have you lived in Carlsbad a long time?
Yes, I've lived in the area all my life, so.
Well, and this is the second fundraiser we've seen today, and of course in hard times it's not easy, is it, to go out there and donate, give to good causes. Whereabouts do you work?
I work for the city of Carlsbad.
That's great. So what department do you work in?
I work in the garage maintenance.
That's great. And notice his car, folks. That's great.
That's some leftover tape from, I had some vandalism done to my car, but it's okay, we made it through. But yeah, we're allowing these kids to wash our cars for us, and it's for a good cause. We donate money, so it's going to a good thing.
Well, that's great, and you do a good job for the city of Carlsbad. They got a great maintenance department there, and we appreciate all the hard work you do for us. So thanks very much for being on the channel, and you got your family in the back there?
I got my son back there.
Hey, how are you, young man? Good to see you. Well, maybe Dad'll get you trained to wash the car and you could earn some pocket money. Does that sound good? He nodded his head, folks. You've seen it on Channel 23. And we're out here on the Pecos River, and I was looking for some of these people doing the cleanup on the River Blitz. And I've yet to find them because I think they've gone to some of the most remote places. But maybe we'll find them later on today. But what I did do is find a wonderful family here, and I'm going to introduce you to them, that have traveled all the way from Lubbock. So let's go over and say hello to this wonderful family. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Channel 23. Would you mind introducing your family to us?
I'm Steve. This is my wife, Christina. This is my daughter, Sabrina. And this is my daughter, Samara.
Now, we actually were passing by and we saw you down here, and you're obviously very, very relaxed, enjoying and taking this wonderful river in. Yeah. You've come from Lubbock.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We've come from Lubbock.
And are you here just for the day or for the weekend?
Probably the weekend.
So what made you come to Carlsbad?
We like the natural beauty. The waters are very clear and beautiful. Back home, I don't think we've ever seen the bottom of our lake or rivers.
So, have you been to Carlsbad before?
Yes, like I said, we came about 15 years ago with my older kids, and well, we just decided to come back.
Well, that's great, and of course it's a great time of the year. Now, have you been to the caverns, or are you going to go to the caverns?
We'll probably make a day of it, and we'll probably go down there a little bit later.
So what do you like about the river? How did you find this part? Were you just sort of driving around?
We went to the Living Desert, and we just drove by and we saw the water. You know, since it's so high, you can see the river, and we said, well, let's go over there.
Oh, well, that's great. Tell me, how long have you lived in Lubbock?
About 45 years.
Wow. Ever thought of relocating?
Not really.
Well, you know, this is a great place to live and a great place to bring up family, yeah. And, you know, very relaxing. What else do you know about Carlsbad and the surrounding area? Anything else?
No, not really. We'd like to go see the mountains and back in Texas again, but yeah.
Come see the bats.
Oh, well, that's what we really would like to come see the bats, but they say that they're not here right now.
Well, that's great. And, of course, you've got your little family here. And who's this?
Sabrina.
Sabrina. How are you, Sabrina? What did you think of the Living Desert? Did you see lots of animals out there, or were they all asleep?
They're all asleep.
Oh, you're kidding. Do you know, is there a bear up there? Somebody said there's a bear up there. He's probably asleep. Did you see any birds up there? And any big four-legged animals?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they were called?
The big ones, remember?
I think there's some bison up there, isn't there?
Yeah, the
so,
buffalo.
The buffalo! Wow! And so, have you had breakfast yet?
Mm-hmm.
What did you have for breakfast?
Sausage.
Wow! So you're going out for dinner in Carlsbad today later on?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course, Mummy knows best. And who is this again, Mummy?
This is Samara.
Hey, how are you? You going to wave to everybody on Channel 23? We love seeing you wonderful families here in Carlsbad, and thanks for talking to all our viewers on Channel 23. Do you want to shout out quickly, watch me on Channel 23? Up there, say, watch me on 23. Ready?
Watch me on 23.
That's it, folks. Bye. I tell you what, it is so peaceful down at our wonderful river here. And in fact, I've just come across a gentleman that's actually doing some fishing. And fishing is dear to my heart. He used to fish a lot as a kid. Slightly different to this, deep sea fishing I had to do. But this looks so much more relaxing. So I'm going to go over and just ask this gentleman about a little bit about his fishing. So follow me, folks. Hi, how are you, sir? Sorry to disturb you. We're with Channel 23, and we're down here on the beautiful Pecos River, and obviously you're doing a bit of fishing. Are you a bit of a serious fisherman?
Somewhat.
Would you mind telling the viewers what your name is?
Joe Chavez.
Hey, Joe, I noticed that you've got some interesting hooks and bait on this. What are you actually fishing for?
For rainbow trout.
Rainbow trout, okay. Is this the time of the year for trout?
Yeah.
How often do you actually fish down here? Are you a regular fisher person?
I try to be.
Well, you've obviously picked the right day for it. What are we using for bait?
Corn bait and trout and power bait.
Tell me a little bit about the fish. I mean, if you catch them, are you going to take them home and barbecue them, fry them up, or what?
Nah, I'm a sport fisherman. I put them back.
He puts them back, folks. Now, there's a gentleman. How long have you lived here?
I've been a resident all my life.
Gosh, so you've seen some differences, I would imagine, in the river here. I mean, a couple of years ago, we were going through that drought. Were you coming down here then?
No, not that time.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed just behind me we've got the natural springs here. That dried out a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously it's much better now. We've had some terrific rain, snow this year. It's all obviously recharged everything. What is going to be your next sort of fishing season? What comes up next after the trout?
Catfish, pretty much catfish.
Great. Well, we wish you luck, and let's see him cast this in, and who knows what he's going to catch. Maybe, well, he's not going to invite us around to dinner because he throws them back in. What a sports person. Hey, thanks for talking to us on Channel 23. Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm having a little rest myself down on the Pecos River, and I've just come across a gentleman here that's also taking in a bit of a rest and taking in the sunshine on this wonderful Saturday morning. And he said he wouldn't mind saying a few words to our wonderful viewers out there. So, sir, could you just introduce yourself to our viewers out there?
Yes, my name is Pete Saravia. I was born and raised in Carlsbad.
My goodness. So we won't ask you how many years you've lived in Carlsbad because that would be quite rude, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Well, we won't go there, but
No.
It looks as though you're very relaxed and obviously you're retired and enjoying Carlsbad.
I've been retired 21 years.
21 years.
Yes,
so where did you work in Carlsbad?
I worked for the city, for the street department. I was a supervisor with the street department for many years, and I enjoy working for the city. And now I'm just taking it easy.
That's great. Would you mind telling the viewers when you actually start working for the city then?
1948, May of 1948.
My goodness. So where was the street department located?
The street department was on 500 block of North Main. That's where the street department and the sanitation, everything was right there in one block.
And at that time, presumably, did you have the old dust cart wagons going around picking up trash?
Yes, we had flatbeds. We didn't have no garbage truck. Had flatbags, and those containers was 55-gallon barrels, rums, you know.
Yeah.
And they were pretty heavy, I can tell you that.
Can you remember how many people were in your department?
There was, I think, like 6 in the street department, and then I don't recall how many in the sanitation department, and then they had a street sweeper that would sweep the streets and dump the dirt on the street, and then we had to come along with shovels and pick it up and haul it off.
So tell me, where was City Hall then?
City Hall was in the corner of Fox and Canal.
Okay, yeah. Can you remember who the mayor was? Well, you must remember.
Gosh, no, I don't remember. I sure don't.
But you had to start from the beginning.
I
So
was common labor. I was raised in the labor department, and I became an operator and went on and came to a supervisor.
that's great. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about working with cities and counties. There are great opportunities there if you work hard. You can get promotion, and I know certainly the city of Carlsbad, there are a number of those employers that have basically worked through what I'd call the ranks, are in very important positions now. Mm-hmm. And so tell me about a little bit more about the city, and obviously the roads, we're going through some interesting deals now with the improvements of the roads, but in those days I suppose it was a little bit different.
We pave the roads, but we do it different than what they do it now. We put a coat of oil, and then we put 3/4 inch rock, and then we come back with a 1/2 inch and then a 3/4, and that would give us a nice mat for the roads, and they would hold on pretty good. And it wasn't very expensive like it is today, of course, you know.
Right. Well, now...
And also later on we start sealing the cracks on the streets where they crack, and that prevent the water from going in under the pavement and turn it up. So that really did help when we sealed the cracks on the streets.
So were you around when they actually took out those wonderful trees on Canal?
Yes, yes, I pull many a cottonwoods out of Canal Street and all over town. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it was, you know, it was the right thing to do then. And, you know, when you look at today, they probably would have, you know, had some sort of disease and had to have been pulled out. But what did you most remember about growing up in Carlsbad?
Well, I enjoy working for the city, and I enjoy the people around Carlsbad. They're very nice, you know, they're not, you know, where you can say you're going to get in trouble when you go to, like I used to go check on the complaints. The people were very nice to me, and we got along real good. So,
what school did you go to?
I went to craft school and then to high school on
So sports, soccer, I think that's my phone ringing. I better turn it off, folks, but that goes to show how live this is. My phone's ringing. It never stops ringing. Of course, this is a thing that was never around in your day.
No,
how did you get on with communication and, I mean, telephones, that sort of thing? That must have been quite a luxury. Refrigerators. Did you have refrigerators and televisions?
Well, we didn't have no television, nothing like that. You know, we used to, when I was get off work, I would buy right there where the 500 block was the plant for the ice, where they sell ice. So I would buy 25 pounds of ice and take home in the evening with me, you know, and put it in the refrigerator. But it wasn't nothing like it is today, because we didn't have any electricity in my house when I was growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't have nothing like that.
So let me ask you, obviously you got all your family here, all your grandkids are here. What changes do you like today to what in your day you prefer?
Well, I got a set of twins, twin girls, identical twins, and they went to college. They are nurses. They're in Lubbock. They're doing a real good job. In fact, they're here visiting today with me. And I really enjoy my family a lot. I got my oldest daughter retired when she was 45 from the state, so she's enjoying her retirement too. And I have a real good family.
Well, you're obviously enjoying your retirement. You worked hard for the city. And do you still have a lot of your friends around that you grew up with?
Yes, sir. A lot of friends. I got a lot of friends, a lot of old people that retired with me when I retired, you know. In fact, when I retired, Claude Tabor was the city manager and Harold Mays was assistant, and we all retired at the same time.
Any stories you want to share with us that stick right in your mind? Funny experiences?
Well, no. When the only thing that we had problem with the cottonwoods, when the wind would blow, the limbs would fall on the street. We had to get out there in the middle of the night and clear the streets, you know. And what we really enjoy working for the city.
Well, I remember did you have parking meters downtown in Carlsbad?
Yes, we had lots of meters, lots of parking meters all over town, yes.
Can you imagine today having to put money in a parking meter to have to park?
To park? Yeah. No, well, I don't know. It's thing of the past, you know. We don't even think about that.
So, share a secret with me. What form of transportation did you have when you were a kid? I mean, you got out of high school. Did you get a car, a truck, or what? Or was it a bicycle?
We walked in fact, when I went to work for the city, I had to get up early enough to walk like 15 blocks to work every morning and walk back home in the evening, you know. So
what was the first form of transport you got?
I bought me a bicycle.
A bicycle? Can you remember where you bought it from?
I think it was... there was a place at the corner of Greed and Canal. I can't think of that place.
Can you remember how much it cost you?
$35.
$35?
Real nice bicycle, yeah.
Gosh.
35.
So what about your first car?
I paid $75 for my first car. It was a 1932 Ford. Wow. 4-door.
Did you buy it here in Carlsbad?
Here in Carlsbad. I bought it in Happy Valley from a friend of mine. And it run good. I'm telling you, I used it for many years, you know, till I was able to get a better car.
That's terrific. Yeah. So your family are all here around, surrounded. You got your twins living at Lubbock.
My twins live in Lubbock. The rest of the family live here in Carlsbad. My son and my my oldest daughter. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Listen, I really appreciate you sitting here with us and sharing our viewers with some of your stories, and we appreciate the service you've given to the city of Carlsbad and the community. It's wonderful to sit down and talk to somebody like yourself, and
nice talking to
we
you.
wish you many, many years of happy retirement. Thank you.
Okay.
Sit back and wait.